domestic violence, grief, sexual abuse, homelessness, drug addiction, promiscuity, hope for help, depression, business are just some of the subjects discussed today on Reclaiming My Life with the author of Amazon's #1 best-selling book, Reclaiming My Life. Here's television and radio host Claudia Massey.
Hello, beautiful people. Look, I hope y'all are having an amazing day. Look, it's Monday. And look, I always say, y'all, I try not to say it because this broadcast airs on several different radio stations. So y'all might be listening to this on a Saturday, on a Wednesday, but whatever day you're listening, hello. And thank y'all so much for tuning in to the Reclaiming My Life show. Look, as always, I'm so excited today because joining me, I have rapper, actor, writer, director, and executive producer. Yes, this man, he does all the things. I'm talking about none other than Actor Lockdogg Reynolds. Welcome to the Reclaiming My Life show, sir.
Hey there, Claudia. How you doing?
I am doing wonderful. I'm honored to have you join me today.
I'm honored to be here.
All right. Praise God. Look, let's get it started because let me tell y'all, I'm excited, truly excited because right now I'm actually on tour with Mr. Reynolds. Look, spearheaded by Dr. Michelle Lovett, generals, bosses, and boss setters. Last month, we were in Atlanta, Georgia. Next week, we'll be in L.A. And I tell you, when I say that this man right here have a very extensive resume and he's doing so much, we're going to try and cover just a little bit of it. So talk to us and take us on this journey because I know that you grew up on the tough side of Macon, Georgia. Talk to us about that.
Absolutely. From Macon, Georgia, Bill County native. Fort Hill bred. That's my neighborhood. I'm from the east side of Macon. East side is on its own side. It's the only side across the bridge. North side, south side, and west side. All that is across the bridge. So we on our own side of town, our own secluded, But yeah, I grew up there. You know what I'm saying? I just turned 51 last week.
Happy birthday.
And, appreciate it, you know what I'm saying? And I'm from a place where they told me I wasn't going to live to be 20, all that right there. But, God is good and he had the last say.
That's right. Yes, yeah. Look, you're the only one in your circle back then that graduated from high school.
Yeah, because, we was really, at the beginning, we're in the 90s, the 80s and the 90s, so, 80s and the early 90s. So, we was at the beginning of a lot of bad stuff. You feel me? So, the crowd that I ran with, the crowd that I was leader of, and they ran me. None of them graduated. Not that particular group. I had people that I wrestled with and stuff like that graduated. That I used to kick it with, but my main everyday people that I kicked it with, they didn't graduate. But it ain't where you start, it's where you finish.
Come on.
A lot of them are doing very, very, very well in life right now.
Yes. You know what? That's why I wanted to, bring that out because, just thinking about, like you said, it was the crowd that you ran with, and then looking at who you are today and all that you're doing. So I love that you said it's not where you start out, but it's where you finish. So, we thank God for you and the circle, that's doing very, 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 very well today. Now, look, in 1999, you made a tremendous mark in Macon's rap scene, performing alongside T.I., Outkast, and many others. Talk to us about that.
Well, in 99, I got into a little trouble that led me to go and stay with somebody, and they was rapping, and they had a track, and I made a song to it. And when I made the song to it, they wanted a piece of it, and then another dude wanted a piece of it. So we went and recorded it, and we instantly became a group. It wasn't really no rappers here in Macon that was rapping to the local scene. We had a couple of cats. Shout out to Sunny Spoon. Shout out to Bad Brad, shout out 6ix9ine, but they was doing like that on a major scale. They was traveling. They really didn't have the hood. They really didn't have our attention, but they
Mm-hmm.
had the attention of other places because they was going out of town. They performing, and um, when we started rapping. I started rapping. We started just we rapping to our neighborhood. We rapping to neighborhood across town, and so now we naming people in these neighborhoods, and we naming and we talking about situations, and and everybody instantly became fans. You know what I'm saying? Like instantly. It was my group, a group called Black Flame, a group called Local Lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? OMC. We all we broke open the
Come
door to
on.
the local rappers. You know what I'm saying? So it was a big movement. If we would have had social media back then, it would have been crazy because we was packing the clubs out. Like if Ti came and did a show Friday and we did a show Saturday with the same amount of people in there.
Wow. Wow, that's amazing. So look, I heard you say now you got into a little trouble, but look, you got into a little trouble, and we ain't even talking about that trouble right now. But what I do hear is that you reclaimed your life and then you started pouring back into others, helping them get their life on track. So talk to us about 3M Media.
3M Media is a nonprofit that I started to all teach kids all avenue of media, not just film. We film, studio, mixing, recording, acting, writing, directing, um, broadcasting, podcasting. We teaching all aspects of media through this nonprofit that I have, and just wanted to give back to the kids and let them know that it's possible. Because when I was young, I would have never thought that I would be producing movies that are actually generate money, good money. I never would have thought that.
Wow. Y'all,
Not
look,
when I
I'm
was
so
young.
impressed and proud. Come on.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes. So, look, Trust Issues. You executive produced, you co wrote, you co directed, and starred in, and it earned tremendous success on Tubi and Prime. Talk to us about Trust Issues.
Trust issues. That was our first project. Um, I was sitting with my boy. We down in Macon. We got a movement called the Family Tree. It's a group about 30 rappers. All of us. It was a lot of us from second. We have generations of rap in Macon. So I'm part of the second generation Macon rap era. We it's a lot of people from second generation. Then it was some newer people that was rapping. All of us formed a group and just did a whole album together. We actually did two. We haven't released the second one yet. Did an album together, was doing videos and all that. And I was talking to them about doing a movie, and they was like they really wanted to do some kind of documentary type thing. So we didn't see eye to eye on that, but I kept on. I was adamant about doing a movie, and this cat named Jean Claude hit me up one night when me and my partner Billy Howard was sitting down in the car chilling, and he hit me up. He was like he's a film writer, and he wanted to do a film and making, and he wanted to mess with us. So we ended up me and Joseph ended up going to meet him the next day, and we came up with trust issues. You know what I'm saying? And we wrote on it together for about 3 months. And then we did a casting call, and we used everybody from our city. And most,
Wow.
everybody really was first time actors. And my videographer, the cinematographer, he was doing our videos. So I went to him and I was like, "Hey, bro, how much you'll charge me to shoot this movie?" And he was like, "I ain't never did a movie before, lot, but let's do it, and I'm gonna get my money on the back end." Um, and he did it, and we came out with a real good project. Um, we had people with $1 million budgets on their toes at film festivals, like
Mm,
we right on their tail. So right now that cinematographer is my business partner.
come on.
So yeah, now we formed a company called Raw Vision Films. We did 3M Media together. He's a professor. He's actually a college professor also. So when we teach the kids financial literacy. We teach them about credit, and we'll pull their parents in if they don't know about credit, because 9 times out of 10, if they don't know about credit, their parents don't know about credit.
That's right.
You know,
Absolutely.
so we give back like that.
Come on, come on. Look, you talking my talk. 'Cause see, I'm from the country. I'm in Richmond, Virginia now, but just listening to you talk, it just takes me back home. I'm like, you talking like my people.
Hey man, there it is. That's what it is. We have
I
our
love
own
it.
time.
I
Yeah.
love it. Yes, yes. Look, as you're talking about teaching the children, you are warming my heart today. I want to ask, do you extend this? Because I know you in Macon. Have you, if you, first let me ask the question, do you extend this or is it just in Macon?
No, it's not just in Macon. We actually we did a documentary on kids, where we went to a neighborhood and just neighborhood here in Macon, and just stopped kids that was walking through the neighborhood, and interviewed them about gun violence in their neighborhoods, and it came out real good. The documentary is on YouTube. We're gonna move it to platforms, but we got in touch with their parents, told them what we were doing, and it came out real good, and we want to do that in more places, not
Yes,
just in Macon.
that's what
You know
I'm
what I'm saying?
talking about.
Because all of the kids don't like that, or some of the kids that are involved in it don't want to be involved in it. They have no choice.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Or they're involved in it, but just because they do it, they don't mean that they like it or love it.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So, once I got them comfortable and telling them, hey, either talk to us or don't do the interview. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to talk, we ain't gonna tell you to say nothing that's gonna incriminate you, but just tell us about how you feel about
Yes.
the gun violence, and about how you feel about your friend getting shot, or how you feel about your brother being killed.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us how you feel about that. And they broke it down for us.
Wow. Wow. Woo. Look, I was getting ready to say you need to be on tour, but you are.
Yeah, I am. I am.
I'm
I
loving
am.
it. I am loving this. Yes, yes. Look, y'all gonna have to make sure y'all following so y'all can make sure y'all tapping in, tapping in. But look, loyalty over blood, look, has gained major recognition from Film
Yes.
Hub. How you feel
Yes.
about that?
That's real big to me, because Film Hub have thousands and thousands of clients and films. You know what I'm saying? And for them to hit us and tell us that we like a top earner, and they put us on their page, you know what I mean, and gave us a real big shout out. That's big. They just let us know that they see us. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying? They see us,
Mm-hmm.
and they actually, after we did trust issues, before we even did Lord Show Blood, they had hit us and told us, they were like, we really interested in seeing what y'all next project gonna do, because the first one y'all did, it take people 3, 4, and 5 times to submit before they get half the traction that y'all got off of that. So when we dropped Loyalty Over Blood, I wrote that I was so right. I wrote that by myself. I executive produced it. I've directed it. I got about 12 hats on that. I did special
Y'all, he
effect
the man.
makeup.
He the man. I
Yeah,
told y'all.
I was co-editor. I was a cinematographer on it. I did 90% of the drone shots. Like I say, all of the special effects. I taught myself how to do special effect makeup. Practicing until I had it where I knew that, okay, yeah, this is it. And I did a lot of hats on that, but we actually stepped our game up a lot. We actually the quality went up, our sound. I was acting coach. We did a very well job. We did a very good job, man. Y'all go tune in. Loyalty Over Blood. You spell over OVA. Um, yeah, it's a real good one. And we 8 months in on Tubi, and I feel like we just getting started on that one.
Yes, look, I have started Loyalty Over Blood, and what I saw is this is based on true events.
Yeah, yeah, it's based on true events. And when even in trust issues, when you watch trust issues, Loyalty Over Blood, my movies and films, they have messages. They're not just
Mm-hmm.
uh it's killing in there, but it's not saturated with killing. There's not a whole lot of killing.
Mm-hmm.
You get more of the storyline than you do violence.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And you get a real message. That's why I always put church in there. I I always have in all my projects that you got the preacher, you got this cat that's saying straddling the fence. He got 1 foot in, 1 foot out, or you're talking to this kid about the pastor talking to this kid about his growth.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna drop them gems in there because
Yes.
those that's important. Instead of just straight up.
Right. Absolutely.
Every, every scene you see, just somebody getting killed, and it's no real message behind the film. You know what I'm saying, behind the project. I'm the first person in making the drop a film that was did in making, by making, actors from making, music from making, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
The first one to put it on platforms. We did a film festival. I mean, we did our first premiere. Sold tickets $100 a ticket. Um, Valet parking, whole nine. I had people from Atlanta coming down saying, "Lock, hey, we ain't never charged this much, or we ain't." Yeah, you ain't me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Talking about, we did. I know my worth. You know what
That's
I
mean?
mean?
Right.
When we decided, I
Woo,
was like,
say that one more time for the people.
I know my worth.
Yes.
I know my worth.
Yes.
I know my worth. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want, we inside of Raw Vision Film, we do consulting now. We charge $150 an hour to sit down and talk to you about your film, how to
Mm-hmm.
put it together. You know what I'm saying? And guide you. And we don't have clients. We don't have repetitive clients that done came back with a script. Now we've been helping them with the script and stuff like that. So like I said, yeah, you got to know your worth.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Look, that's the message for today, because a lot of people don't know their worth.
They don't.
Yes.
They don't.
Look, I love this, y'all. I told y'all when we started now, he had it going on. He does all the things. So, look, let them know how they can stay connected with you.
All right, I'm on all platforms. Lockdogg, Lockdogg. On Facebook, it's Lockdogg Reynolds. On IG, it's Lockdogg360. On what it is TikTok. On TikTok, it's Lockdogg360. Then I also got a page that's Carlos Lockdogg Reynolds. But follow me on the Lockdogg 360 pages, man. Go watch Loyalty Over Blood. Go watch Trust Issues. We got a documentary we dropped on Tubi called The Uprising of Black Filmmakers, showing how we put that film together and telling you about some things about making. We filmed 2 comedy shows. That's straight out of making the comedians from making. He got 2 stand-ups. One they call My Jokes Matter, Volume 1 and 2. Yeah, me and my partner Santrell Davis, we filmed those, edited those. Shout out to Todd. He's a great comedian. Yeah, we got something to stay in making, man, for real.
Yes, yes. Look, stamped, stamped.
Yep, yep.
I love it. I love it. And look, and y'all can find Lockdogg in LA this weekend, y'all.
And this weekend, BET
BET
Award
weekend.
weekend. Yeah, man.
Yes,
We
yes. So
gonna be
look,
out there. I'm gonna be out there with Claudia. We're gonna be popping our collar, man. You know what I'm
what you
saying?
saying?
Trying to get some game and trying to pass some game along. The whole nine. What I'm saying, connected with those that matter. You know what I'm saying. So you never know who you might be able to help or who might be able to help you.
That part. Yes. So y'all, hey, make sure you follow Lockdogg. Go to his page, get the info on how you can connect with him. Y'all meet us in LA this weekend. Go to Tubi, y'all, and check out Loyalty Over Blood and Trust Issues on Tubi and Prime. Lockdogg. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you for having me. Shout out to the team. Shout out to the whole 4 mate. Shout out to everybody that's doing something, all the filmmakers, all of the people that made everything that we do here possible.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much. And look, y'all, the message that we're going to leave with y'all today is know your worth.
Know your worth.
Know your worth. And it's not where you start, but it's where you finish.
Absolutely.
All right. Y'all be blessed until next time.
Aye.
You have just heard Reclaiming My Life with life coach and author Claudia Massey. To get your copy of Amazon's #1 best-selling book, Reclaiming My Life, visit www.contactclaudiamassey.com and tune in each Monday at 12 noon for Reclaiming My Life with television and radio host Claudia Massey on WBTK 1380.